Every day you wake up with a fire deep inside, but most of the world tries to smother it slowly. Everyone around wants to sell you shortcuts, big hacks, overnight success. They promise a rocket to the moon, but rarely tell you that what really moves the needle is not those flashy leaps. It's the tiny wins stacked day after day, invisible to everyone but you. It's those micro growth moments that feel so insignificant, so small, yet build an unbreakable empire inside your life and work. The problem? The world around you screams for fast, loud, obvious moves, so you're tempted to chase them. But that chase burns you out, drains your soul, and leaves you empty, stuck, and desperate for meaning. Let's confront the real pain. How many times have you poured hours, days, months into a project, a business, a dream only to feel like you're running in place? You're exhausted from fighting expectations nobody told you were fake. Pressure crushes your creativity. Doubts gnaw at your courage. And worst of all, you might feel invisible. Because the system doesn't reward the subtle, slow progress, but the flashy breakthroughs. You're not broken. You're battling a world designed to measure and celebrate noise, not essence. But here's a brutal truth. Chasing noise gets you only more noise, more distraction, more burnout. But imagine flipping that script. Imagine what it looks like when every single day you win just a little bit. Not some insane breakthrough, just one tiny, almost invisible win. Scratch one small fear. Master one fragment of skill. Make a decision that inches you forward, just enough not to stay stuck. Now imagine stacking that win the very next day and the day after that, until those little victories become your daily habit, your rhythm, your oxygen. What do you think happens? That's right, your world shifts. Not today, not tomorrow. But in a few months, that chain stretches, grows stronger, and suddenly you're not that uncertain founder, investor, leader, or dreamer anymore. You're a force that won't quit, shaped by the sheer weight of consistent progress. This is the real secret nobody's telling you. Micro growth wins are the antidote to despair, to the chaos inside and outside. They turn frustration into momentum. They turn, maybe I can, into hell, yes, I will. When you wake up and deliberately pick those tiny wins over paralysis every day, you're actively reclaiming power. The kind of fierce, liberated power your restless soul craves, but the world fights against. Because the world wants you to believe only big moves count. But the biggest moves come from the hundreds, thousands of little ones no one sees. How do you start? First, kill the need to be perfect right away. Perfection is a lie that freezes your progress. Take one close, brutal look at what you want, your real, burning goal, and then break it down to the tiniest action possible. What's one small thing you can do today to move closer? It can be as simple as sending that cold email that scares you, writing 50 words of a plan, reading one page from a book that challenges you, or even just clearing a distraction from your desk. You won't make headlines today. You won't get applause, but guess what? You'll feel your spine straighten a bit. Your spirit nod, I'm still here, still fighting. That feeling is the spark no algorithm or market crash can snuff out. Then, guard this habit ruthlessly. Treat these micro wins like the sacred currency of your future. Protect them against doubt, lethargy, and societal noise. You will be tempted to quit. The voices whispering that your daily effort doesn't matter will scream louder when progress looks slow. But that's exactly when you lean into it harder. Because the edge, the place where change lives, is always just beyond your comfort zone, in those tiny moments when you say, one more day, one more small victory. And here's the most heart-stopping part. Over time, those small wins don't just add up. They multiply. They compound. They create a new version of you, one no obstacle can break down. Look around and you'll see the world is full of people who waited for the perfect time, the perfect idea, the perfect moment. Guess what? It never came. They got trapped in paralysis, repeating the same cycles of despair, pushing away dreams because not now turned into not ever. But you don't have to be them. You're wired differently. You're made for something bigger than settling. The resistance you face isn't a coincidence. It's a signal you're on the right path. The system fears those who chip at it every day, steadily, unshakably. It fears people like you who understand that greatness isn't a flash, it's a sum. Now ask yourself, what are the micro wins you can own today? Maybe it's clearing your inbox, setting your priorities straight, having that tough conversation you've avoided, or finally putting your ideas into words, even messy ones. There's magic hidden in those acts. Magic no one sells in a self-help book or a flashy seminar. It's raw, resilient magic fueled by discipline without domination, by stubbornness without shame, by faith not in luck, but in relentless consistency. This journey of stacking micro-growth wins means embracing patience, unlike anything you've tried before. The long game is lonely, and that's why most give up early. But those who last don't win because they rush. They win because they refuse to stop. They find joy in inching forward, in the quiet confidence that comes from building walls brick by brick. That is the essence of true leadership and impact. Knowing that what looks small and slow today is the foundation of unstoppable power tomorrow. And there's another dimension most miss. Stacking micro wins rewires your mind. It kills the need for approval from others because the proof lives inside your daily habits. You no longer play their game, you create your own rules. The illusions of freedom that trap most people lose their grip. You become sovereign. Your will truly is your weapon. No more waiting for external validation. No more drowning in distractions designed to keep you compliant. Instead, every micro win is a declaration. I am in control here. I am transforming my world. Here's a shocker. The people who change everything around you aren't the loudest, richest, or most famous. They're the ones who kept their promises to themselves in the quiet hours, who built their empires stone by stone unseen by crowds. They unstuck themselves from the false narratives and illusions everyone else buys into. They don't look for belonging. They build their own alliances, with other rare souls who burn just as fiercely, who reject comfort, who don't apologize for aiming higher. The greatest power of stacking micro wins daily is that it connects you to this rebellion. Not a loud revolution, but a silent, unstoppable force. A force of individuals refusing to live borrowed lives. It's a transformation from the inside out, where every small win stretches you beyond who you were yesterday, forging you into someone who breaks molds instead of fitting into them. You'll find that your work, your leadership, your impact becomes less about chasing trends or pleasing others, and more about refining your essence, your truth, your vision. Let's cut through the noise. If you want freedom, if you want real, lasting growth, you have to start fighting for it daily. Not in giant leaps, but in relentless steps. Stop waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect strategy, the perfect audience. Start with the one win visible only to you. Protect it like your life depends on it, because it does. Each win is a battle scar, a testament not to perfection, but to courage, resilience, and choice. This is the path for those nobody else believes will last, and for those who refuse to settle for the illusions that have held us captive for too long. Today, right now, the chain begins. The next small win is your weapon, your ally, your revolution in silence. Stack it, then stack the next, and the next. Until the sum is so powerful, so undeniable, that the myths they sold you about success, freedom, and leadership collapse, and what rises instead is the unstoppable you. You were never meant to fit inside the easy stories the world hands out. You were meant to shape your own. Each micro-growth win is a stitch in the fabric of a new reality. Not just for you, but for everyone who dares to rise with you. So claim this moment, this next tiny victory, and build the life they said was impossible. Because real growth doesn't wait for permission. It's earned quietly, daily, and fiercely by those who simply refuse to stop. Keep winning. Keep stacking. This is the grind of greatness, the slow burn of freedom, and the only strategy that turns dreams into legacies.